Sleep with this knowledge to access the reality meant for you. There are truths hidden in the folds of night that no daylight has ever revealed. As you prepare to rest, you are standing at the doorway of a forgotten corridor, one that bends and twists between seen and unseen worlds. This path is not marked by stone, nor guarded by locks, but by vibration and intent. Many live entire lives without ever touching its gates. Yet tonight, you are invited. You are not here by chance. The channel is calling your name. What if sleep is not escape, but initiation? What if each night is an unseen ceremony where the soul rehearses eternity? Beneath the silence of your breath, memories stir, ancient and luminous, waiting to be remembered. The waking world told you that dreams are illusions, but your deeper knowing insists otherwise. In the quiet, you sense it. Reality is far more fluid than you were ever taught, and you are about to step into its deeper waters. For centuries, mystics whispered of the space between, where time bends and identities dissolve. They knew that what the eyes dismiss, the spirit beholds with clarity. This hidden channel is not new. It is older than the stars, woven into the design of your being. The ancients left fragments of the map in temples, in chants, in the quiet symbols of dream. You have seen these signs before, though you did not yet know how to read them. Tonight you will. The question is not whether this channel exists, but whether you will walk it awake. Every night you drift through it unconsciously, carried by the tide of forgotten thoughts. But those who learn to enter with awareness discover more than sleep. They discover creation itself. Imagine collapsing old timelines, awakening in vast libraries of memory, meeting guides who hand you keys of light. This is the reality meant for you. It waits beyond the veil of ordinary rest. Do not mistake yourself for a wanderer without direction. You are a traveler with a purpose. Your doubts, your shadows, even your longing, they are part of the code that opens the gate. What you thought were flaws are simply the markers of initiation. The universe has never abandoned you. It has been preparing you. Tonight, as you hear these words, something inside stirs, a remembrance, a quiet certainty. You are exactly where you need to be. So breathe. Let the body loosen, but let the soul awaken. You are standing at the beginning of a great spiral, one that will carry you into the luminous corridors between worlds. What you will encounter here will not only reshape your dreams, but also the waking reality you return to. You are never broken. You are always chosen to walk this path. Now the hidden channel opens before you, waiting for your first step. The edge of sleep is not an ending, but a beginning. As your eyes close and your breath deepens, you enter a space where the ordinary dissolves. It is a corridor without walls, a passage without doors. In this threshold, the mind softens its grip and the heart begins to listen. What seems like silence is in truth the hum of infinite realms waiting. You are neither awake nor asleep, but suspended in a sacred in-between. Here time unravels into threads of possibility. Each thought becomes a spark that lights a path. Each feeling a compass pointing you toward unseen destinations. The body lies still, yet your essence leans forward, preparing to wander. Sleep is not passive. It is an initiation into the greater story of your soul. In this first step, you are invited to sense the invisible hands that guide you. You are not falling. You are entering. The ancients knew this threshold well. In temples carved from stone and in fires kept burning through the night, they honored sleep as a gate. They whispered incantations as they crossed it, offering themselves to the mysteries beyond. To them, dreams were not illusions, but instructions from the higher order. You too are called to remember this. As you cross, remember that you walk where sages once walked, through the hidden door of night. Do not rush this passage, for it is delicate. The more you surrender, the wider it opens. If you resist, it narrows, showing only fragments and shadows. But if you allow stillness to embrace you, the corridor unfolds in radiant clarity. Imagine yourself stepping through a veil, light on one side, mystery on the other. Feel the shift in your being as you move from noise into sacred quiet. That shift is your true arrival. On this threshold, the conscious mind begins to dissolve. Its chatter slows, its demands weaken, and its stories grow faint. You are left with a purity of awareness, a simple presence. It is here that the subconscious gatekeeper rises, ready to lead you deeper. You cannot bargain with it, but you can trust it. It will show you not what you want, but what you are ready for. Trust is your only key. There's a rhythm in this crossing, like waves retreating from a shore. Each breath pulls you further away from the known. Each exhale releases the weight of waking life. Slowly, the familiar landscape fades behind you. The bed beneath you becomes a raft floating in cosmic waters. You are being carried gently, yet surely, into the infinite channel. What waits ahead is not foreign. It is the home you have always known. When the body lies heavy with rest, something within you refuses to be confined. Consciousness slips from its familiar seat behind the eyes and begins to spread. It expands like a mist, filling the room, touching walls, reaching beyond. You may not notice at first, but already you are larger than your body. Awareness becomes vast, delicate, and luminous, stretching into realms without edges. The body sleeps, but you are not asleep. This expansion is not imagination. It is the truth of your being. You are never bound by skin and bone, though you believed you were. The physical frame is a vessel, a temple, but not a prison. Consciousness is not housed inside it. Rather, the body floats within consciousness. To sense this is to remember your true nature. You are not in the body. The body is in you. That shift changes everything. Think of those moments when you felt suddenly beyond yourself, standing before a sunset, losing yourself in music, or touched by silence so deep it erased all thought. In those fleeting seconds, you were beyond the body. These glimpses were not accidents, but invitations. Sleep carries you into this state naturally, offering the chance to remain aware within it. To say yes to the invitation is to enter the hidden channel with open eyes. When awareness detaches from form, landscapes unfold. Some are familiar echoes of earth, fields, oceans, skies. Others are strange, luminous, filled with symbols that defy reason. These are not hallucinations, but layers of reality coexisting beyond the physical. The soul moves freely here, unhindered by gravity or linear time. Each layer reveals itself according to your state of vibration. Consciousness is the traveler, and frequency is the passport. Dreams are not fragments scattered by a restless mind. They are bridges built between realities. Each night you walk across these invisible structures, guided by symbols and scenes that echo with hidden meaning. The images may seem random, yet they are stitched with precision by your soul. Behind every strange character, every unfolding story, lies a message waiting for recognition. Dreams do not confuse, they communicate. They are the letters of spirit written in symbolic ink. The waking world dismisses dreams as illusions, but the ancients knew better. They treated the dream state as a sacred school, a place where truths too vast for daylight were revealed in images. What you encounter in dreams is not invented, but transmitted, a whisper from higher planes. To listen is to read the secret map of your becoming. Each dream you carry is a fragment of a greater instruction written for you alone. Sometimes the bridge reveals itself as memory disguised. You meet a forgotten friend, a long-lost place, or an event that never happened yet, feels familiar. These are not deceptions, but coded signals. The subconscious selects images you can recognize, wrapping truth in familiar garments. Beneath the disguise, your deeper self is guiding you to remember, to heal, or to awaken. The bridge uses symbols to bypass logic and speak directly to your soul. In this bridge state, contradictions exist in harmony. You may fly without wings, breathe underwater, or speak to those who have passed. These impossibilities are not mistakes. They are revelations. They show you that reality is far more flexible than you believed. When you awaken, part of you insists it was unreal, but another part knows it was more real than waking. The bridge allows you to practice living in the truth of fluid worlds. Every world hums with a unique frequency, like a song echoing through eternity. You cannot step into a realm unless your inner tone resonates with its music. This is why some doors remain closed while others swing wide with ease. The vibrational key is not carved from matter, but woven from energy. Your thoughts, emotions, and intentions form its shape. With each breath, you're tuning the instrument of your soul. Consider how fear drags you downward, heavy as stone, while gratitude lifts you effortlessly. These are not fleeting moods, but signals shaping your resonance. The channel between worlds listens only to vibration, not to logic or effort. You may desire entrance, yet without alignment, the gate does not move. When your heart beats in harmony with love, clarity, and presence, the key begins to turn. The locks respond only to this silent symphony. Ancient teachers spoke of this truth in veiled words. They called it the music of the spheres, the harmony that underlies creation. To them, tuning the self was sacred work, more vital than any ritual. They knew that a soul in dissonance could not cross into higher planes. The same is true for you. No amount of striving will open what is sealed by vibration. Only resonance grants passage into the hidden channel. When you sleep, the vibrational key is tested. If you fall into rest, weighed down by anger, the channel reflects turbulence. If you close your eyes with peace, the landscapes unfold in radiance. The subconscious receives whatever you hand it, magnifies it, and broadcasts it outward. This is why the final thoughts before sleep are sacred. They do not end with night. They shape the doorway you enter. Imagination is often dismissed as child's play, yet it is the architect of every unseen bridge. Before any reality is lived, it is first pictured in the silent theater of the mind. What you see within yourself is not fantasy. It is blueprint. The channel between worlds responds to what you envision more than to what you speak. Each image becomes a seed planted in fertile ground, destined to sprout into experience. When you imagine, you are not inventing from nothing. You are drawing from infinite possibilities already alive in the field. The soul remembers what the mind cannot, and imagination is how it whispers. A scene, a symbol, a fleeting vision. They are fragments of hidden truth, clothed in form. The more clearly you hold them, the more they solidify. In this way, imagination acts as a rehearsal for realities yet to come. During sleep, imagination acts as the brush painting the landscapes you cross. If you go to bed consumed by fear, your night is painted in shadows. If you carry visions of harmony, the channel blossoms with radiant corridors. The subconscious obeys what you feed it, and imagination is its nourishment. You choose the colors, the forms, the patterns. The journey is shaped long before the dream begins. Beneath the surface of thought lies the silent navigator, the subconscious. It steers the vessel of your life, often without your awareness. This hidden force is not cruel nor kind. It simply obeys what has been planted within it. Every word spoken to yourself, every repeated emotion becomes law in its kingdom. The channel between worlds is shaped by this programming, for the subconscious carries the keys into sleep. Untrained, it loops old patterns like a broken record. Fears become recurring dreams. Doubts echo in symbols, and unhealed wounds replay themselves nightly. This is why so many feel trapped, wandering the same corridors without progress. Yet there is another way. By reprogramming the subconscious, you can redirect its guidance. The hidden channel then shifts, revealing new landscapes aligned with your chosen destiny. The hours before sleep are the most potent for this work. In that twilight, the conscious mind grows quiet, leaving the subconscious more receptive. What you whisper to yourself in these moments becomes command. A simple affirmation, a vision held with clarity, penetrates deeply. It bypasses the critical gatekeeper and lodges in the fertile soil beneath. Night after night, this repetition shapes new pathways in the channel. Deep in the silence of your being, there exists a presence that never sleeps. It does not tire, it does not wander, it does not fade with dreams. This is the watcher, the eternal flame that observes both waking and sleeping alike. It has no judgment, only awareness. Whether you stumble through the day or drift through visions at night, it remains steady. To awaken to this presence is to find your compass in the channel. Many believe they are only the thoughts they think. Yet the watcher proves otherwise. Thoughts come and go like clouds, but something sees them all. Emotions rise like storms, but something stands untouched at the center. That something is you. Not the shifting personality, but the unbroken witness. It is the one who has watched every chapter of your life without changing. This stillness is the foundation of every journey beyond the body. When you begin to notice the watcher, life itself transforms. Suddenly, dreams no longer feel like chaos, but patterns unfolding before a steady gaze. Fear loses its grip because the one who observes is never afraid. Even shadows cannot deceive the watcher, for it sees through every disguise. To anchor yourself in this awareness is to step into the channel with clarity instead of confusion. You move as light, not as illusion. Light has always been more than illumination. It is the very language of awareness. In the channel between worlds, it appears as torches, glowing orbs, radiant beings, or even subtle sparks. These are not decorations of the dream, they are guideposts. Light carries intelligence, pointing you toward clarity when shadows confuse. To welcome light is to welcome direction, for it never appears by accident. It is the call of higher realms, reminding you where to walk. When shadows dominate a dream, the sudden flicker of light is a gift. Perhaps it is a lantern in your hand, or a star burning unusually bright, or a door glowing faintly in the dark. Such images are signals. Follow this. Trust this. Light is the soul's way of marking safe passage. Even in the deepest nightmare, its presence whispers of escape, of hope, of transcendence. The symbol of light is always the reminder of truth. In the hidden channel, not all encounters are radiant. Some emerge cloaked in darkness. The shadow is not an enemy, though it often appears as one. It takes forms that disturb, confuse, or frighten, embodying what you have refused to see. These figures, these scenes, are fragments of your own unacknowledged self. To run from them is to remain bound. To face them is to reclaim power lost in fear. Every soul carries shadows, old wounds, repressed emotions, forgotten stories. They surface in dreams as distorted faces, endless chases, or repeating failures. This is not punishment, it is invitation. The channel offers you mirrors of what must be healed. When you gather courage to meet these visions, they soften. The monster shrinks, the storm clears, the pursuer transforms into a teacher. What once terrified becomes your ally. How then do you face the shadow? By standing present. Instead of fleeing, breathe into the vision. Look directly at what approaches you. Whisper, "I see you. I welcome you." Shadows dissolve not because you fight them, but because you accept them. In that acceptance, the hidden energy they carry is released. What seemed threatening reveals itself as a fragment longing for reunion. Across the landscapes of the channel, luminous beings often appear. Some come clothed in light, others disguised as ordinary figures. They are not random images. They are guides carrying wisdom and protection. Their presence brings a sense of recognition, as though you have known them forever. They walk beside you when the journey feels uncertain, reminding you that you are never alone. To ignore them is to miss the hand extended in love. Guides arrive in many forms. A grandmother long departed may appear to speak a simple phrase. A stranger with kind eyes may gesture toward a hidden door. Even an animal glowing faintly in the night may serve as messenger. Do not measure their importance by their shape. The truth of their role is revealed in the energy they radiate. If you feel peace, clarity, or trust, you have met a true guide. The channel does not speak in human words. It speaks in images. A river flowing endlessly, a bird soaring overhead, a door half open. All of these are messages. They bypass the logical mind and go straight to the soul. Symbols are the alphabet of the unseen, carrying layers of meaning impossible to capture in ordinary language. To walk the hidden channel is to learn this symbolic tongue, ancient and alive within you. Every dream, every vision is written in this script. The mistake most make is to interpret too quickly, forcing the symbols into rigid boxes. But a door in one dream may not mean the same in another. A bird may signal freedom for one soul, but warning for another. The meaning comes not from books or definitions, but from resonance. The channel speaks personally, shaping the image for the listener. It addresses you. When a symbol arises in your dream, pause upon waking and ask, "What does this feel like in my body?" The body often knows before the mind. A door that made your heart race likely signals opportunity. A river that soothed your chest may mean surrender and flow. Interpretation is not analysis, but listening. Listening to how the symbol vibrates within your being. This is how the hidden channel is decoded. In the channel, time does not move in a straight line. Instead, it bends, spirals, and folds upon itself, offering glimpses of what has been left behind. You may suddenly find yourself as a child walking familiar streets or speaking to people long gone. These encounters are not random echoes. They are carefully chosen. The past arises to be remembered, understood, and integrated, so you may carry less weight into the future. Dreams often reveal forgotten fragments of memory. A small detail, an object, a room, a voice can awaken emotions buried for decades. The channel brings these scenes forward because they hold energy unresolved. By meeting them, you release what has lingered unhealed. A single dream can unravel years of tension. The past does not surface to trap you, it surfaces to free you from its hidden grip. Within the hidden channel, not only the past rises to meet you, the future also stretches out its hand. Glimpses of what has not yet occurred often appear in symbols, visions, or subtle sensations. These are not fixed destinies carved in stone, but probabilities woven by your present state. To see the future is not to be bound by it, but to understand what your current vibration is creating. The channel reveals this, so you may choose wisely. Dreams of the future may arrive as ordinary scenes, yet leave a strange familiarity when lived later. You may walk into a room and realize you have already been there. This déjà vu is no accident. It is confirmation. The channel allowed you a preview, showing you the thread you were walking. Such moments remind you that life unfolds within patterns already sensed by your deeper self. Fear often rises as the first guardian in the channel. It arrives suddenly through falling dreams, endless chases, or landscapes drenched in shadow. These thresholds are not punishments, but initiations. They test your ability to remain centered when faced with the unknown. Fear is the veil that conceals the deeper truth. By stepping through it, you discover strength hidden beneath trembling. What once felt like terror transforms into passage. The channel knows your vulnerabilities and mirrors them in symbolic form. If you fear abandonment, you may dream of wandering alone in endless cities. If you fear failure, you may face trials you cannot win. These images are not meant to break you, but to reveal what controls you. The subconscious cannot hide in this realm. It lays everything bare, offering you a chance to dissolve illusions once and for all. At the moment of fear, the instinct is to flee, but escape only recreates the cycle, repeating the nightmare again and again. The threshold remains until you turn toward it. The act of facing, of breathing into the terror, changes everything. The shadow shrinks. The chase ends. The fall transforms into flight. Fear loses its hold the instant you stop running. This is the alchemy of courage. Every realm carries its own music, though not always heard by the ears. In the channel, sound appears as vibration, tones that hum through the air, chants that rise without source, or silences so profound they ring like bells. These are not mere background. They are guides. Sacred sounds tune your consciousness, aligning you with frequencies that open gateways. To listen deeply is to allow the universe to sing you into remembrance. Sometimes you will hear a low humming, as if the walls of existence themselves are vibrating. This hum is the foundation, the primordial note from which all creation flows. It steadies the traveler, calming fear and grounding awareness. Other times, high tones may pierce the silence, sharp yet gentle, like crystal breaking through fog. Each note is a compass, pointing you toward a realm that matches its resonance. There comes a moment when the dream no longer carries you. You awaken within it. This is the state of lucid awareness. When you realize you're dreaming while still immersed in the vision, the channel shifts dramatically. In this instant, you're no longer a passenger but a participant. The landscapes respond to your intention. The figures acknowledge your knowing. Awakening in the channel is the first step toward true mastery. Once lucid, the channel reveals its plasticity. Thoughts shape mountains, words summon companions, and intention redirects entire scenes. You discover that reality here is clay in your hands, molded by focus. Yet this is not mere play. The channel reflects your deepest essence, so careless impulses create chaos. Awakening demands responsibility. You become aware that you are the sculptor of experience. The journey does not end when you wake. The wisdom carried from the channel seeks embodiment. Dreams are not meant to vanish like smoke at sunrise. They are seeds waiting for soil. If ignored, they dissolve, leaving only faint impressions. But when honored, they root deeply, transforming thoughts, actions, and choices. Integration is the bridge that turns night revelations into living truth. Without it, the channel's gifts remain unrealized. Integration begins through remembering. Write down the fragments as soon as you awaken, no matter how small. A single word, a color, or a gesture may carry meaning that unfolds later. Recording dreams signals to the subconscious that you are listening, and in return, the channel offers more. Memory grows sharper with practice, and soon you recall entire journeys that once slipped away unnoticed. The channel is not confined to the hours of sleep. It breathes through every waking moment. Each choice, thought, and emotion tunes your frequency, shaping the reality you walk into. To live aligned with the channel is to recognize that life itself is a continuation of the night journey. The veil between realms thins when you carry awareness throughout the day. Harmony arises when you embody what the channel teaches. Alignment begins with presence. When you walk, breathe, or speak consciously, you mirror the lucidity of dreams. The same awareness that allows you to awaken in the channel allows you to awaken in life. Rushing, reacting, or clinging to distractions pulls you away. But pausing, observing, and choosing deliberately keeps you connected. Living aligned is less about effort and more about remembrance. The journey you have taken is not simply a tale to be remembered. It is a map for your soul. Every dream, every vision, every symbol has been guiding you toward a single truth. You were never lost, and you were never broken. The channel between worlds is not a distant place, but the living thread within you, weaving night and day, shadow and light, self and infinity into one eternal rhythm. As you carry this wisdom forward, remember that you are not a seeker chasing after hidden realms. You are the realm itself awakening. The dreams that spoke, the guides that appeared, the symbols that shone brightly were mirrors of your own infinite nature. What you glimpsed in sleep is yours to embody in waking life. This is your invitation to live consciously, to walk in alignment, and to breathe as one who knows the sacred thread of reality flows through every heartbeat.